let me just, oh, I forgot this. Thank you, Vanessa, for letting us know you can hear me. Welcome to everyone to this Wednesday morning Art with Liz class, hosted and sponsored by the Hoboken Public Library. Kudos and thanks to this great institution for allowing us to have these hybrid classes during the period of COVID. Safety, safety, safety first. And the fact that we can be creative in our space of choice is so unique and special to the city of Hoboken. So thank you to all the librarians and staff of this great library for allowing us to do this. This is November. Hard to believe, but we are about to launch into a whole new month. And as always, I am introducing a theme for this month. We will be looking at and exploring and enjoying the art of Native American artists. And they are contemporary Native American artists that we will be studying in the weeks to come. Many non-Native Americans in this country have the erroneous belief that there are no more Native Americans in the United States. The reverse is true. There are many Native Americans alive and well in this country, and there are many brilliant Native American artists who are doing fabulous work right here. The first artist that we're going to look at and talk about is a woman named Jaune Quick-To-See Smith. And as per usual, we're going to look at her pictures and talk about her style and what she has created first. And then I have a project for you today. So I'm going to put an image up on the screen, and while you're looking at it, I'm going to talk briefly about her life. I invite people, if you know stuff about this artist, please, please, please share with us what you know. I think I have spoken about her before, but not as a featured artist. Folks at home, are you able to see this? Okay, and people here, obviously you can see it. So, Jaune Quick-To-See Smith was born in 1940. She is a visual artist and a curator. So this is an unusual mix. Not only does she make art, but she knows how to display and exhibit art. She is an enrolled member of the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes, and is also of the Métis and Shoshone descent. She's an art educator, an art advocate, and a political activist. She's prolific, and she's had a very long career, and she likes to tap into and draw from a Native perspective in her work. She comments frequently in her written and visual work about American Indian identity, the history of oppression of Native peoples in this country and others, and also, this is one of the reasons why she's near and dear to my heart, environmental injustice and environmental issues. She became quite famous in the 1970s, and she gained fame as a painter and printmaker. And through that, she started using mixed media. Her work has been exhibited widely, including in the Museum of Modern Art, the Whitney Museum of American Art, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The list goes on and on. The Denver Art Museum, the Walker Art Center, the Smithsonian, the National Museum of Women in the Arts. So she is quite an accomplished artist. She was born on January 15th, 1940 in St. Ignatius Mission, which is a very small town on the Flathead Reservation on the Confederated Salish and Kootenai Indian Reservation in Montana. And this is interesting. Her first name, Jaune, means yellow in French, which attests to her French Cree ancestry. Her Indian name, Quick-To-See, was given to her by her Shoshone grandmother as a sign of her ability to grasp things quickly and readily. I love that. Quick-To-See. As a young child, they had a very itinerant life. Her father was a single parent, and he traded horses and participated in rodeos, so that they frequently moved from one reservation to another. And this turned out to be good for Jaune because she got to see the geography and landscape of the whole Pacific Northwest and California. Unfortunately, however, she grew up in dire poverty and worked with migrant workers for most of her childhood, which is a strenuous, backbreaking way to earn a living. And she would do it when school wasn't in session during the summer months. She would be working in the fields with other children and adults, picking crops. She knew at a very young age, though, that she wanted to be an artist, and she used to draw in the ground with sticks in the dirt. And she finally came across paint and crayons in the first grade and immediately fell in love with the whole idea of making art with these materials. In 1960, she started going to art school in Washington State. She received an Associate of Arts degree from Olympic College and then began taking classes at the University of Washington in Seattle. Her education was interrupted at that point because she had to support herself, and she did things like become a Head Start teacher. She was a factory worker, a domestic worker, a librarian, a janitor, a veterinary assistant, and a secretary. She did complete her bachelor's degree in 1976. She got a degree in art education from Framingham State College in Massachusetts, and then moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. She began studying at the Graduate School of the University of New Mexico. This is incredible about the whole status of American Indians, Native Americans in this country. At that point, she applied to the Native American Studies program at the University of New Mexico. She applied 3 times, was rejected over and over and over again. Your guess is as good as mine, Eileen. Eileen is here in person, and she said, why was she rejected? She was finally accepted after she had an exhibit at the Cornblay Gallery in New York City. So that was kind of like, she showed them, I am an accepted New York City artist, and I know what I'm doing. And they finally accepted her into a program that she probably could have been teaching. She received her Bachelor's of Art from her Master's in Art from their Department of Fine Arts in 1980. And it was at this university that she was introduced to classical European aesthetic. And she looked at a lot of Romantic and Renaissance art while she was there. She began combining European aesthetic with what she knew about Native American symbolism into her work. And her work started taking on a political, social activist message. So she spent her whole life doing these very abstract paintings that are done in this way, combining what she knows about European traditions and art with her love for Native American traditions. She's still alive and well. She's an advocate for Native American artists all over the world, and she is constantly organizing exhibits for people from different tribal groups throughout the United States. Anyone have anything you want to add about her life? Any comments or anything about the conditions that Native American people have been forced to live under in this country? Jane has her hand up. Go ahead, Jane.
First, thank you for that wonderful intro.
You're welcome.
Looking at this image, I don't really think of it so much as abstract, which.
Hold on 1 minute. So Jane is now looking at the painting on the screen and talking about this image. Go ahead, Jane.
So it doesn't read so abstract to me. It seems to have a lot of image content, but that might be my naivete with respect to what's abstract. So I was just curious about that, but I was also really curious about the composition. And for me, it evokes a lot of images, even though it's not particularly motion. It feels like it's moving, especially with the winged creature on top of the horse. But I'm also really curious about the big block words behind the horse, by the neck.
So these are great commentaries. She frequently incorporates print into her work. She believes it projects some of the message that she's trying to convey. The winged creature at the top could be from Greek or Roman mythology, because remember, again, she incorporates European stuff into her Native American imagery. And this is abstract in the sense that this is the essence of a horse to her. It is not a realistic horse. The horse frequently appears in her work, and it symbolizes herself. So the horse represents Jaune Quick-To-See Smith. There's something about the horse spirit that stands for her. So her work is a combination of this loose abstract style as well as symbolism. And we talked a bit about symbolism last week too, when the artist chooses an object or a thing to stand for or represent something else.
Do you think that the little square on the upper right, does that look?
They're American flags. Yep. So again, her message is political.
Yeah, because it's interesting. They're not colorful, but
they have an impact. Yeah. Again, symbolism plays a powerful role in her work. And she did series of work. Good morning, Sally. Come on in, take a seat. She did a series of paintings called War is Heck. And this piece is part of that. War is Heck. So it's a lithograph that details the cross-cultural experiences of Smith. She uses a horse to represent herself, and by doing so, she's attaching herself to her artwork. Smith refers to the Americans by using the American flag, and she uses the buffalo to represent the Native Americans.
Well, it's interesting that
Not seeing the buffalo. Oh, here it is. Yes. Sorry, go ahead, Heather.
And that's in red.
What?
Buffalo is in red, like blood.
Okay, so you think it symbolizes blood. That makes sense. War as heck.
They killed them.
So there is, you want me to read what it says about the colors? Good comment. Thank you, Heather. At first glance, the red and blue seem to represent the United States, but when you take a closer look at the top of the page, under the blue, it states peace.
It's what?
Is this, maybe this is the peace. The display of red could be a representation of all the lives that were lost. This painting has many attributes regarding the people who once roamed the land and the people who came to take the land. So I think it's a powerful image. Anyone else want to comment on this before I move to another picture? Comment on this or anything about Quick to See Smith's life? Okay. Her work is sometimes called humorist, although that piece for me had no humor. I don't know where to go next. Let's try this one. She is still alive. Yep, she is, for the most part, for most of the people in this room, she's very close to our age. She's still kicking and still creating art.
Look at that.
And helping other people show their art, which is what I love best about her. How do I get rid of this, Laura?
Is it meant to be? Just click on her.
Okay. So this painting is much more abstract, obviously. There's a lot more color, a lot more activity in this.
A lot more symbols.
A lot more symbols. For some reason, I cannot get rid of this toolbar, folks. I'm sorry.
I think you might be able to drag. Yeah, drag it.
That's what I'm trying, but it's not happening. This has never happened before. But I think you can see it fairly well. This one, ironically, kind of goes with Dia de los Muertos, which we celebrated yesterday. Look at the skulls in the bottom left-hand corner. But I think in this image, it's not about Halloween or Dia de los Muertos, but more about the loss of life in the Native American communities in the United States. Love, love, love the colors in this. The rabbit is a powerful symbol in many Native American tribal groups. Spiritual guide for many people. There's a lot going on in this piece. She's frequently been compared to the artist Robert Rauschenberg because she uses collage and found objects in her work. And she doesn't mind that comparison. They are contemporaries. They came up both at the same time in the art world of New York. But her work to me is much more personal. All right, let's look at a few more pictures. And then I'm going to do a quick demo. And then we're going to get to work on what you can create today. She does work in series of paintings. What happened? What did I do? What happened? Can everybody see this?
Yeah. Even me.
At home, though, I've lost my at-home crew, Laura. Can everyone at home see the image?
No.
No. All right.
No, no.
Stop the share. I did something wrong, as per usual. You know what I did? I forgot to open this in preview, maybe, is what happened. Let's try again. Yep, that's what I did. So many steps. Sometimes I forget. Now you can see it, correct? Yep, can enlarge. Just wanted to make sure everyone could see it first.
Yeah.
This one I love. It reminds me of cave art. Any of you, if you've been lucky enough to go to the caves in the southwest of the United States, this is very, very reminiscent of what early Americans did on cave walls. The same kind of imagery that you frequently see in cave art, but very modern in her approach. Beautiful color. She's introducing geometric abstraction superimposed over the Native American symbology, and it works. There's a lot going on in a very complex composition, and she's made it work. The angles of the triangles work with the angular shaped figures so beautifully. And then she's repeated triangle outlines. I'm guessing they are teepees, but I don't want to stereotype. She has done actual teepees in some of her paintings. So that's why I'm making. It's interesting to me too, how she does this kind of textural thing out of the blue over here in the upper left-hand corner. It's quite wonderful. The horse is back, so she has placed herself in this composition as well. So it's a very personal message for her. Okay, let's try looking at one more piece, and then I'm going to do our demonstration. There's so much of her work to look at. So I do, as always, I invite everyone to go online and see as much as you can. And if you ever have the opportunity to see her work in person, I recommend it highly. So this is a watercolor. Again, it's not a realistic image. Definitely reference to Native American life. Here are things that I think look like teepees, and down here as well.
It has a very green
Yes,
type feeling.
yes. It kind of reminds me of Chagall
Yeah.
in a way. Yep. Heather is saying it has a dreamlike quality to it. I think there's a mix of collage in here too. See this striped thing in the bottom right and up at the top, I think that's torn paper that she's collaged into the piece. All right, any comments? Thoughts, ideas?
It's Robin.
Robin.
I love that you're doing American Native American works. And in this particular painting, it feels to me that maybe that's where the dreamlike quality comes from, but she's just placed aspects of her culture and not necessarily relating, you know, like in a painting, it all fits together. They're just kind of placed there, which is curious to me. But I also just love to see the images and that someone is bringing this to us because it's so essential. And I don't know about anybody else who lives here in America, but I feel so identified with the American Indian. And whenever there's any image from that is just, you know, it just feels a connection that is so deep and so important to, and in this country, I would hope that it would be, because that culture is, you know, was here and it was.
And still here and thriving.
And thriving, thank God. So thank you for showing all of them. And this one in particular is a little strange to me, only because it just seems like separate things, and all of them are great by themselves and express something, but as a painting, it's odd to me. I think it's
and yet, do you see how they work together? The fact that she has these triangular teepee shapes down here, and she's repeated it up here.
I see.
As well as over here. There is a method to her composition.
Right, and as I'm talking to you, it's kind of cut off on my screen, but at the bottom,
okay.
the teepees are there, and then up in the right-hand corner, the teepees are there. So I'm beginning to see it more connected.
Yes, and they're good. And there are stripes here, stripes here. She has stripes with the watercolors in the water or whatever, the sky. I'm not sure what this is here.
That's thank you.
So she brings all of the disparate pieces together in her work. That's part of her genius, I think. So I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you for your wonderful observant comment, Robin.
Thanks, Liz. Thanks for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Somehow my video went away. Okay, so now I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how you can use symbols in abstract work. This is something I don't think we've ever done together before. And I cannot lie, this is not easy to accomplish. Your assignment for today, it might seem a little challenging to you at first, but I encourage you to keep at it because I think you're going to meet with success. Your assignment, you have some choices. You can look around your home for things that feel like you, that symbolize you. They could be objects, they could be photographs, so they could be things. You could incorporate a small self-portrait in your work today. Or I invite you to go online if you are at home and look for Native American symbols. They are very easy to find in Google. I regret that, did I send you in the email? I can't remember. Right, but folks at home don't have that. I thought that I sent it to all of you in the email that I send out on a weekly basis, but I might have forgotten. So I'm inviting you to go to Google and just type in Native American symbols, if that's the direction you want to go in, and you can use them in your work today. So our assignment is to create an abstract painting using symbols that are either personal or Native American. I'm going to ask that everyone watch me do the demonstration first, and then we'll take a few minutes for people to gather up the materials that you need. I'm also going to encourage you to use paint today, either watercolor or acrylic. However, if you prefer working with dry materials, if you'd rather do collage or drawing for this, you can. It's going to add another layer of difficulty, I think, to what you're trying to create. But I know many of you love to challenge yourselves. You guys are impressive at home and in person. All right, so I'm going to move from here. Laura is setting up the camera. I'm going to be situated in the middle of the room to do a demonstration. I don't know if folks at home can still hear me, but I'm setting up. I'm opening up the paint. Anybody feeling strong this morning? This one is resisting. Might have to be run underwater. Thank you, Jane. Jane is incredibly strong for those who don't know. Well, now you're really strong. There you go. Spice jars, by the way, if you want to have portable paint containers, old spice jars are fantastic.
What's our assignment going to be in our assignment?
The same.
Oh, but we're not home for it.
Okay. So I do, for those of you who are here, sorry, good question from Heather. You would have found this out when I
No, sorry.
said, no, it's a good question. When you go to get your materials, I have Native American symbols photocopied for you, or I think I did say in the email that I sent home that you could have brought objects that represent you to use in your composition today. Otherwise, I bet you have something on your phone that you could use as your image. Did you forget your phone? I forgot my phone.
My phone died.
Your phone died.
Oh.
But I was busy, ironically, chatting with Suzanne this morning, another student in this class, and I left my phone home.
Oh.
But there are these. So if you didn't bring something with you, I invite you to take one of these. If there aren't enough, you can share with the person sitting next to you. All right. Can folks at home see me and hear me? Okay. Not yet. Okay. So let me hop back over here. So Laura is setting it up so that you guys at home can hear and see me. Good. Looks like we're good to go. I recommend, or can you ask them if they can?
Sure. Can see it. It says something on the phone here, later or on mute. Hold on.
Okay, give us 1 sec, we'll unmute.
Should I unmute the laptop?
Yeah.
Mute the laptop.
The laptop.
Okay, hold on. I just have to mute my laptop, everybody.
Unmute. All right. I should be able to hear you now.
Did you mute?
I did. I am muted.
Maybe we speak. I'm not even maybe opposite. See if I can hear you.
Hold on.
Can you?
There's an echo, Liz.
No sound now.
There are many different Native American symbols, but this one I particularly love because I'm a bird thinker. So I'm gonna choose a few of the images on here and I'm gonna incorporate them into my. When you're working on compositional work, you want to think about leading or guiding the viewer throughout the entire picture. And one way to do that is to start in one corner, move to the next, down to another one, and to a third one, and then something in the middle of the focus. So that's one principle of composition. And that's what I'm gonna do today. So.
We can hear her, but we can't see
Okay.
anything.
Well, I can't see, what the heck? Okay, thank you. They can hear you, Liz, so keep,
You guys can
Projecting.
hear me now?
yep.
I am working on my composition. And. I'm working on my composition and I'm creating something that leads the viewer from one corner to the next and then into the middle of the piece, which is one compositional device that you can employ. I have found in compositional work that it's best not to have symmetrical composition. It's much more exciting and interesting to create something asymmetrical. It really inspires the viewer to watch and look.
You can see and hear you.
Awesome. Success. I vary the size of the objects that I'm placing, also to create interest and to keep the viewer occupied while looking at the piece. I'm not too concerned about making it perfect. This is an abstraction after all. We have some pretty music. Sound Native American, but I like
It's like Saturday Night Live in here.
And again, I want to somehow bring the viewer into the middle. Now my abstraction can begin. Because I'm going to start having fun with bird shit. A lot of these birds have very pointy triangular forms, so I'm going to use the triangle as my unifying device. And I'm gonna make the shapes touch and connect. So that the composition works. Almost like a puzzle piece. It's as simple as that, and now I'm ready to start painting. I'm gonna stick with our three primaries, yellow, blue, and red. And go from there. Folks who are here today, I forgot to bring paper palettes, but you can do your mixing right on paper towel, okay? Now, for those of you who are a little anxious about color, I want you to just try and have fun. Think about one color that you want to have dominate the painting. Use it as much as possible in the image. I'm going to try and use yellow in honor of Jaune Quick-To-See Smith. Her name means yellow. And you can unify your composition with color. And by choosing a dominant color that you use frequently in your piece, it will help you to bring everything together and unify in your composition. So I'm not going to do too much more. I don't want to take up everybody's time because we had that technical glitch. Those of you who are here, just a reminder, please don't mix in the jars. Mix on the paper towel. And have fun. I hope that this was enough to start everyone off and jumpstart you and inspire you for your own work. All right, let's begin. Everyone is here. There are materials at the back on this table, and the paper is on the back window ledge. Let's go to work. Folks at home, I'm now going to go back to my laptop to see if you have any questions. And we can get started.
Laura, thank you for the treat. You're welcome. That was very sweet. I'll take more.
Get it? You get it?
Very nice, thank you.
And thank you for your technical help this fall.
You want to show them the symbols? You could use them. You said, no, when you're done, you will give them the symbols.
Here are the symbols that I use, or that I took from, and here they are in my beginning abstraction. I didn't copy them very faithfully either. I abstracted them. Now, I put in the email that I sent to everyone, candles for me are a very powerful personal symbol. So again, if you want to make this image about you, which is what artists frequently do, you don't have to use the Native American symbology. Set of words, symbology, or did I make that up? Thank you, Eileen.
Yeah, I don't like to.
And you're a language teacher, so
I'm not sure, but it sounds good. So this is. Alice helped me. Alice just helped me with the symbol. Alice, she rocks. Eileen's sister rocks.
as do you, Eileen, and your sister. Go. Remember, folks, we can mix any color on the planet with the three primary colors. All right. Enough for me. I've done enough talking. Everybody get to work. That's fine. And here, somebody wants another Native American. Oh, that's a good idea. You know, like really old. I could probably email it to them. That's a very good idea. See how wonderful Laura is.
Thanks, Bill.
Oh, so now you're orange, she had a
Okay, everyone at home, no questions. Okay, great. I'm going to minimize this then for now. Oops, no, I enlarged. Yeah, that looks good. Perfect. Please share the paints too. There may not be enough for everyone to have all three primaries. There seems to be a small number of yellows in there. I don't know what happens. Oh, and those of you who are here in person, some of the secondary paints, the orange, the violet, and the green are a little watery. You might have to mix them with white to thicken them up. Orange, violet, and green are a little watery and thin. My suggestion is that you mix them with white, they will be thicker. It's something to do with the manufacturing process. I have no idea what it is. It's been a mystery to me my entire teaching career, why the secondary colors are frequently defective in that way. Now, we've never done this before, so please be kind to yourselves. And don't think it's going to be your greatest masterpiece.
No worries about that.
This is a trial run. Abstraction is difficult for me to teach. And it's, believe it or not, even though it looks like it's easy to create, it's probably the hardest thing you can ever do as an artist. It requires a lot of thought. Yeah, Sally, it's for everyone at home. I'm so sorry, I forgot. Yes, I know, you want to take a photo. It's okay, Sally. I did. Oh, oh. Oh, God. So that was now, you were from Naples, Naples. That's a cool idea. I want you to use large. Is this you?
This is your great. I mean, all the times, her sister. Yeah, I'll get myself. I looked at it. Idea of what a good job.
So you have this other one. I thought I was bringing. Yesterday, November 1st, Dia de los and All Saints in Mexico. Why it's November 1st. Oh, God, I'm on.
Well, no, all songs say that, all songs is the first.
And you know what? It's the second. So everyone who I hadn't asked yesterday, I lied. Dia de los Muertos is today.
Well, we're ready for it.
Oh, I'm tired. Same days. Yeah, I thought they were the same. Why did they? And I have a Mexican American daughter. Well, I texted her this morning, day late, and dollar short. I mean,
No, because I think it's like the next something wrong.
so did I.
The graveyard and like.
Yeah, you're wrong.
November
2nd is
I could do a lot of bottles of liquor. How about? Oh, vodka. Absolute agony. Absolute. No, that's not sweet. Yeah. No, there's some kind of Swedish drink. Oh, potato. That's not vodka, it's called agave. I know what you're talking about. Oh, glue. That's glue.
Multicultural flying around here.
It's wonderful.
Eileen, I've missed you
I know.
terribly.
No, I'm more relaxed here than I have ever been before.
Ever.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
everything relaxed.
Did you hear what she said?
Yes,
I was with Liz last night.
you were pretty happy.
I hadn't drunk yet. Oh, did you go there?
I did. It was very
Oh, my
nice.
God. Did anybody see these? Yeah, there
We're
we are.
good. Sorry, folks at home, we have a stash of candy here. So we're a little rowdy.
We're on the sugar house.
Alice has given me the best ideas of all this.
Collaboration happening over there.
So we're all good at home, nothing in the chat. Oh, this is so interesting. So Laura, can I start the video or is on my laptop, or is that going to start the boom, 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 the feedback? Because I can't see the people at home on my,
Yeah, see people at home.
on my, on my laptop. No, because we stopped the video. Remember, we stopped the video before
Well, I have,
when there was the feedback.
you can,
Look on the phone.
go to view, you're looking at people at home. Click on that, go gallery. You should be able to see everybody.
Oh, okay.
That's what you wanted, right? There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stitch, something she designed.
But it's not everybody. It's so interesting to me. Yes,
Use those colors if that.
yeah, take my paint. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to. "11:03, we have lots of time. And for some reason, I thought I was talking way too much. Nice, Sally, great. This is great compositional technique, what you've done. Terrific. I like the way they didn't stress left in the corner from the bottom to the top. It's just composition more. You don't finish here, this is a moment. Even I walk her dear, you know, they eat the skull. Sugar. Maybe. I don't think I feel this. This is what I use. It's wonderful. We found these online. If you don't like the symbols that I have given you, search online and there are so many websites. It's Native American image, Native American. You don't have to be reliant on psychic. It was terrific, the triangles, pull the viewer from this corner down into this. Well done. Thank you. Great. Beautiful. We want some of the rays of the sun. We could have elongated them. We could leave out. Beautiful. Yeah, really. I would really. See what evolves. Yep, there you go. Try not to get paint on the table, guys, like I did. It's hard to come off. I did. Scrubby. Yeah, it stains though. Freedom. Good for Dia de los Muertos. Very wonderful. get rid of it. What would it need? I think you need it. If you have this here, you don't need this. Yeah. Very nice. Sally. I think you're ready for college. Start. Okay. Right. Verizon. Is it an apple? I don't see Verizon. But you didn't know the two or three copies. Do you have the SIM card? No, I do that. That you have to take some to see if everything is still on. Very good. Probably too. I know, I'm looking at it's gonna be on that clock, which we just have to find the person who wants it. Well, yeah. So, all the expensive ones. I will, but
There are these tools that we just can't live without now.
I mean, really, I choose to write everything down. And stop doing that, like, I'm putting it on my phone and.
Sorry, Alice, it's not far from the truth. That's
Your own version of that's what we their notion. If somebody's, excuse me for a minute. Sorry, somebody trying to talk to me? Everyone at home okay? Oh, I'm wrong, Heather. People seem to be fine. Busily working away. Good.
Yeah.
Nothing in the chat. We're good at home. Grief is subjective. You can't control how strong. I remember when, and I suppose you're gonna say it's not as, but when Donald, so and then 9/11. So I was in the middle of but I was still in the process of getting over that. And then I read this word. So it's all very subjective. Don't beat yourself up. Like the power of it. This is the thing about abstraction. You have to think about what you're doing, but it's the unexpected stuff that makes it art and makes it great. So that's why we're thinking. Yeah. And it works. You can't follow it. And I don't expect you to. By the way, some very nice, kind person put cookies in my mailbox. And you yelled, also somebody left it.
What's the symbolism in that?
I don't know.
That's so nice.
See, that's out. A real coconut in one of those, you know how you get those flyers delivered? You don't get the one. Maybe it's because of where you live, but we got those stupid ShopRite Acme flyers in plastic bags once a week. So somebody put a coconut in one of those plastic bags on my first.
That is terrible.
There's no idea what you're there. I kind of guess, but.
Yeah, because my daughter's
Mr.
friends
Gibbs.
like to do. Run without and then write that process.
Oh.
Whatever it is, it's so dangerous. They don't want us to see, so they're constantly actually not running back with that.
That's
That's
not
crazy.
safe. Yeah. It's very,
I know.
there's a Native American tribe who gets Northwest. And I write on this. Wow. Wow. Beautiful part. It's just reminding me of their kind of art. Yeah, they did the entire. Oh, Alice, will you report on it? Yeah.
The whole of the North American Indians, right, Northwest Indians. You also own the passes for them. I bet they're hard to get. I think the Google might know. I have a membership expired.
I don't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
Never too late, I know.
Well,
Just live long. My mind, just live long.
okay. This could be a simple.
Maybe Heidi should go. Both of them.
No, I don't work at the
If it gets too wet. Yeah. Red. How are folks at home? Are we good? Nothing in the chat box.
Liz, you forgot your phone today.
I did. Like I said, ironically, I was texting with Suzanne about her artwork. And I put my phone down and completely forgot to put it in my cart.
Yeah, I left without a pass.
I almost ran back to get my phone, but then decided, I know he was probably desperately trying to contact me. Ain't that always the way? Yeah, Sally, start painting. Start painting. You're ready to paint. I noticed too, some of the artists in-house today are drawing things on top of shapes, which is another approach you can take too. You can superimpose things on top of what you already have. Lines, textures. That's a way to pull all of your objects and your composition together as well. Good, you sure you don't want to use speed? No, it looks like this marker's very dry.
I mean, she's gonna want to do this. Basically.
Art
Yeah,
is
that's
nothing.
That's that, art is
Some days where it's not art is nothing.
The my personality is a big problem. What is this? What way to be here? Stuff that you don't. Oh, one stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh. So let's take a call. Okay.
So we want to find a venue where we can display our artwork. For example, Laura just had a great idea. She wants possibly to project our art onto a building.
Hey.
Need a mural?
Well,
Not painting permanently, but projecting images of our art
last night, Halloween.
onto the side of a building.
They did that with. I did it here for
So I'm gonna, and I'll send you about this. Let's start thinking creatively about places in Hoboken where we could show our art. So off the top of my head, there's the library, there's the museum.
City Hall.
City Hall. Yeah, good luck with that, but Lackawanna Terminal. Projecting on a building. Let's start creating a list of possible venues.
Look around town
And
see something. When you see a wall that we don't know about.
right, there are plenty of campuses in Hoboken. Yeah. Anybody sit on the Hoboken Business Alliance? They would help possibly find us a spot. Alice, it's a little bit messy, but you could have more colors if you use. Okay. What about this?
Oh, okay. Let me do that.
And don't do it. Yeah, the green, it's so mix your own. Even you can shake it and shake it and shake it and. So an option is to take the bad green, yellow, or mix your own green.
Yeah.
You scream it great, but it's just not good. The new ones will be better, these are from my. Maybe there's not, I have to check on calendar. Coming to Disney. Yesterday. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna run to the ladies, who seem to all be working well. We shall return in a minute. Coming right back.
As a thank you for the clay pot. Oh, good. I finally got around to that project.
Did we gain a person in class in the Zoom? Did somebody join on Zoom? I feel like we have more people on Zoom. No, okay. Few people off camera, are you doing okay?
Yep.
Awesome, thank you. And I'm less aware of time because I don't have my phone. We have about 10, 12 minutes. We'll take a poll as to whether or not you want to have sharing. This is pretty exciting work, and I will completely understand if you'd rather keep working. Oh, I should tell you, Laura.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Didn't you send it today? No. You sent it to contract? Yeah, but Gmail. If you send it to Gmail, I probably delete it. Nothing. Oh. I'm gonna take the poll.
Maybe some people want to.
You're never going to share. The majority of people want to share. I like what you did down here where you were, I would do that again with the red. Great, don't forget the background, white space, you want to cover that. White space. Love the way you move on that shape. And I like how you're going off together with the lines. I'm hard gonna make it come out. Really, that will be good. That was good. Someone should do it up here, but I'm not sure where else. Oh, I actually have a rule. I mean, actually, I would. Okay. Whatever's easiest. Exactly. Sorry about the names, but never will forgive me for you. I will never forgive you. Yep. Oh, that's our rule. That's the way it should be. Names are sacred. It's the reason why I put teaching little children. Well, I can't remember names. It's actually under finger. I would love you if you just called me hey you. Whereas my mother used to say, you can call me anything except late for that. Oh. Oh.
Is this all the California news that I don't know?
Yes, these are your learning. The harder you press.
Oh.
The harder it will be.
What is sweet? So she made those for her mother and for you too.
So now, you know, you want to let this dry. Yes.
Sure.
do it with a very fine tooth brush, dark value. I mean, that would be. You could build on that.
Lovely, I think, any kind of like a, long shadow, we have like.
I like it, right? You can create bread, but you should. Yeah, and a little bit of walking foundation. Or red with green. And then a brownish red. What I'm doing in the back, this is. So now I have to figure out how to. I would use some white and sort of one of the earth tone colors that you have already. I do that. Feel like there should be a light value. I have a white here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's just that. So I primarily did my. I sure. Oh, I got you. Yeah, because I saw that. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I'll be back. Well, I know they're off. Not the bomb butter and stuff out. Yeah, that's great. And her family, when they were big. So that's on. I believe it's this Thursday. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Chelsea, I'm sorry, I don't have my phone. I'm unaware of the time. So in 5 minutes, let's take a vote. Would you like to share? Or do you want to keep working? I'm going to poll the people in-house first. Raise your hand if you would like to share. Okay. And folks at home, if wait, I gotta go to gallery view. Robin, you want to share? Anybody else? Susan, Doris. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of how many people do we have altogether? 20. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Great minds think alike. I was just about to say, those of you who want to share, we're going to share. And those of you who want to keep working, you can keep working. But 5 more minutes for everybody. And but I will ask that we keep it quiet during the sharing portion so that we can hear what people have to say. And those of you who are here and want to share, you're going to bring your work up to the camera at the table. And I'm going to remove this now to make room for those of you who want to share. Or just let me know when it's a quarter up. Oh, we do. That would be now. That would be now. 11:40 when I Not all of it, but some of it. Make them stand out. Oh, thank you, Mika, thank you for putting this on back. Should have photocopied more of those. I thought they were all like this. But in fact, it was. Yeah, for next week on them.
Oh, that's true.
And, some percent. Oh, yeah, that works beautiful. And we could go even darker. And that one. Yeah, isn't that? I didn't hear you.
You mentioned the studio tour this weekend, right?
I did. Let me put it in the chat.
That's great.
And guys, please wash your brush as well. This is a brand new brush here was never washed. And it's already ruined. Okay. I'm just gonna put the information about the studio tour in the chat, and then we're gonna start sharing. So again, the Hoboken studio tour is this weekend, November 5 and 6, from 12 noon until 6 p.m. And I and my husband, Ibu Ndoy, will be in Studio 6H on the 6th floor of the Newman Leather Building. I think the exact 333 Willow. All right, Daniel. Actually, no, sorry, Daniel. We're going to start with the at-home people first this week, because last week we started with people here first. Yes.
So we're looking at people at home first, please?
Yes. So Doris would be first. Oh, wow, look. Those of you here, I invite you to.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
I tried to spotlight Doris, but something. Oh, okay. Wow, Doris, beautiful work.
Yeah, it's the first time I tried with watercolor, so It was interesting.
Watercolor is quite a challenge because it's difficult to control, right?
Yeah, exactly. Not getting the splotches, but some places it actually worked for the benefit, like with the fish.
I have a suggestion. I would wait for it to dry completely and use colored pencil to add some texture and detail and outline.
A good idea. Thank you, Liz.
Wonderful. All right, Susan. And I'm sorry, Darcy, I forgot to get you to talk about your symbols. Yeah, we can go back. Susan, wow. Fantastic. Look at
I
this.
used watercolor and I drew on it because I do have a lot of American Indian symbols in my bedroom. And I also have a lot of catalogs that I order some Indian products.
Wow.
And, I just decided to do a mixed media thing. It's not finished yet.
So you chose the symbols for their shapes or because of their meaning?
Their meaning, well, the hand is really interesting because it's in so many cultures. This is the healer, and of course the sun. And I just like the animals, of course, the buffalo and I have a lot of steer heads in my bedroom. I actually have a real steer head from Arizona. And plus I have a lot of, drawings of them. So that's why I like those symbols.
Awesome. Love the colors.
Thank you.
Background in first and paint it over.
Eileen, Alice just asked, did you do the background first?
Yes, I did which I don't normally do. So for me, it was interesting. Yes, I did the background first with watercolor.
It was easier, right?
Much easier, much easier.
I always recommend that you should do the background and the larger shapes first.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, Susan. Well, Doris, did you want to say a little bit more about the symbols that you chose?
So I chose the teepee and the sun. And then I got a little bit of the war symbols with the arrows and the headdress feathers. And then a little bit of nature and love. So I put a lot of it together.
Nice, beautiful colors. Thanks, Doris. Thank you, Susan. And Robin, you're up next.
Okay. So as you were speaking with everyone, then I just kept adding things, but this is just teepees and some kind of design that I'm very drawn to, and I've done similar things before. And I used only the 3 colors, which I don't usually do. And also I feel that the paper and I'm using gouache, and the paper and the medium and the brushes I make the design, but determine how I paint it. I don't feel like I'm in control of that, nor do I want to be.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
I love the triangle and diamond repetition in this piece. It really works well.
Thank you.
Beautiful colors too.
Thank you.
And I would suggest to you too that you can do some detail and outlining with colored pencil once the gouache is dry.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Thank you.
I think when I'm looking at it here, it looks very different from what you see, because it's the colors are very
Well,
vibrant.
and I have a different perspective.
Yeah.
Crazy dark.
Thank you.
So anyone else at home who wants to share today? Vanessa? Yeah, I'm thinking, because usually she wants to share. All right, so Daniel, can you bring your picture up to the camera, please?
Margaret want to share?
Yeah, Margot's been off camera. You're gonna put it on the table underneath the phone camera? So Laura, I don't know. I keep trying to go to speaker. Oh, there we go. So, guys, I'm sorry, Daniel is sharing his work. Can we listen to Daniel talk? So Daniel, tell us about your image, please.
Well, this image is use a cat because usually that I get sometimes very sleepy sometimes. I stretch like a cat sometimes and looking at parents. I do love cats also. And so this is why sometimes I get nocturnal sometimes that I keep being awake. So I kind of combine, you know, the symbols of the day and the night that I usually hang like a cat.
Very cool.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Aren't his color choices fantastic?
Yes, beautiful.
I
And the
like
sil-
Daniel is starting to add some shading to define his shapes. It's working beautifully. I would encourage you to do more of that, Daniel, with different shapes in this image. It's really going to make the whole thing pull together and really pop. Nice job, sir. All right, who else in-house wants to share? Pat is getting up, awesome. And what time is it? We have 6 minutes left. Let's listen to Pat. Yeah, turn it slightly. Pat has been very busy today. A lot of text in her image.
Oh, it's awesome.
I told her it reminds me of a medieval illumination. And I said, oh, it needs some gold paint. What do you think?
Absolutely.
So what are your symbols?
Gorgeous.
Christ, faith, how he create another world. And scripture that I love from the Bible. And the bottom are like people that,
Oh, down here.
yeah.
I love this.
Different transformation and then
Gorgeous.
joy they
This
find
beautiful.
to they find the truth. Very nice.
Are you going to add color to it?
Go.
I think it definitely needs gold, crimson, some ultramarine blue. It needs color, Pat. It really does. Look,
Yeah.
here's what I think you should do. Go home and look up medieval illuminations and look at the kind of rich colors that they use.
Yeah, Christians have large symbols that look like a like the beginning and infinity.
Yes.
And the pigeons, it's the spirit, it's the peace.
The peace symbol, yep.
Angels is the spirit.
And the
light,
fish is
candles
Christ.
is the light.
Yeah, to me, candles are so significant. Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful. Just gorgeous.
Susie, you had your hand up to share before. But you don't personally want to share. Okay. Anyone else?
I'm gonna be brave. Oh, you're gonna go? Oh,
Oh, all right. Lily's gonna share.
okay, except that you're a tough act to follow. That's crazy fancy.
So here comes Lily's work. Everybody listen to Lily.
Mm. Oh,
Shift it a little towards the screen. Oh, that's good.
Wow.
wow.
I went the symbols route. And I love nature, so I put a little echinacea in my heart with some nature, little birds. And, yep, and I have a little hummingbird in my brain. Get that crazy brain.
Well, we don't relate to crazy brain, not us.
And then I'm like, always are looking for the keys to whatever we're looking for. I never seem to find my keys.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I never try, like get to that next place. But always looking, and it always helps if you have an extra hours.
Extra what?
An extra eye.
Or two, an
Mhm.
extra eye or two.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, fantastic.
Thank you.
And Lily,
Oh,
on the
sorry.
screen, it reads
Oh,
colored,
isn't that easy?
beautiful pastels.
Wow. It looks
So you
completely
might want to
different.
think about adding some very pale color
It looks
to the image.
like sepia. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll go back and go do some watercolor.
what
Because
is
you know
that?
me and pastel. Thank you.
Well done.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Thank you. You know what?
Beautiful, beautiful.
What she didn't say,
Okay.
stitches.
Yeah, the stitches happen, yeah.
Stitches, because you stitch.
Oh, here, it's here, the stitches all along the edges.
Oh,
You know what? They could almost get carpet.
Love it.
What really interests me is the difference in the way you rendered the hand compared to the most of the rest of the image.
I had to look at my own. It's right here.
But I think you've given the hand, because of that, you've given the hand a huge significance
Right.
in the whole
Yeah,
overall
that's-
image.
Oh,
So awesome, awesome, awesome.
thank you. Great class. Thanks, everybody.
And Jane, there's time for you, Jane. Oh, Heather wants to go. Go ahead, Heather. Why didn't more people vote that they want to share? Then I would have stopped earlier. Wow, Heather, tell us about it.
oh, oh,
It's all right. I like working with my hands. I like getting my hands dirty. I like the sun, you know.
And soil.
It's there's not a lot of symbols in there, but just getting my hands dirty.
Yeah.
working with my hands and creating. That could be a book cover.
And I really love, oh, go ahead.
It's really uplifting, like it's moving up. Like I love
Good, I
that.
need that.
And that's Lily, great segue. I love the way the composition kind of thrusts up from the bottom out to the top right-hand corner. It's very powerful. Yeah.
gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, powerful.
The color.
Thank you, Susan. And
So you
Pat,
get neon.
so Pat, I missed what you said. Do you?
The yellow really bring it out.
Yeah, the yellow is just so strong, isn't it? Nice.
Thank you. This is Robin. Thank you all so much for sharing. I wish I were with you. I can see the inspiration that you're all getting, working together and being with Liz. And everything was just lovely that you did. So thank you for sharing that.
Gorgeous.
Well, Robin, you are with us.
Yeah.
We get inspiration from you. Thank
But
you.
I remember the days when I was there and I would be doing things that I would never think of doing because of what was going on in the whole room with you, Liz, your direction, but also with everything else that was going on. So, you know, I just want to say that I am happy that you can all be there together. And I hope someday I will get down there because it's a different experience, even though I love being able to be with you on Zoom too, of course.
It's gonna happen. All right, so next week we will have a different Native American artist. Who it is escapes me at the moment, but I will be sending you that email. Keep your eyes peeled for the email. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Please remember to vote. Vote, 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 like your life depends on it. And I will see you the day after. Good luck to us all. Take care,
Thank you,
everyone.
Liz. Thank you.
Love
Be
you
well.
guys. Art on.